Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, and your haters. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Podchaser, Good Pods, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and What's with the Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. That's what watches do. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 112. Available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's the sequel to 2018 Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I don't know how many movies Sony Animation has released. 15, 20, I don't know. But it's a Sony Animation release. It stars the voices of Shameik Moore, Haley Steinfeld, Oscar Isaac, Jake Johnson, Jason Schwartzman, Brian Tyree Henry, Lauren Velez, Issa Rae, Karen Sony, Daniel Kaluuya, and oh man, it's directed by Joaquin Dos Santos, Kemp Powers, and Justin K. Thompson. I forgot to look it up before I hit record. I'm 93% sure that those are the directors' names. You got Miles Morales. Some time has passed since Into the Spider-Verse, but it is brought to his attention that the events of Into the Spider-Verse have compromised the Spider-Verse, the multiverse. There's another terminology that Spider-Man 2099 phrased it as, and I don't remember what he said. But the Spider Society tries to fix it. Spider-Man 2099 is taking it upon himself to fix the events of Into the Spider-Verse. I tried to be as vague with the plot as I could. Thinking about it, I'm not even sure that that's an accurate plot description, but just know, this is the best fucking movie ever. As you can see, my number 2 most anticipated movie of 2023. I loved Into the Spider-Verse, so as soon as they said they were doing more, gimme. You know what I'm saying? These movies, both of these movies pop in a way like no other animated movie does. You love the characters. Every character gets an arc. The way it's the prelude, there's a prelude, like a 15-minute thing before we even see the opening credits. And that made me emotional. There are worlds in this, there are universes in this movie that rely on emotion. They're like, I don't know, man, like Miles' universe is so hip hop. I love it. It's like so hood in all the best ways. This movie is so imaginative and so creative and so artistic. Every still, every frame, every shot of this movie looks like it could be hung in a museum. I feel like that's a direct quote that I said reviewing the first movie. It's been 4.5 years since Into the Spider-Verse came out and took the film world by storm. Like, whatever the tease was, December of 2017, got me excited for Into the Spider-Verse. So, like, summer, when they show that shot of Gwen, like, standing on the side of the building, and, like, that overhead POV of, like, Miles, like, looking up, I knew, like, I was so ready to be back in this world, in all of these worlds, the worlds that I'd never seen before. Every character, man, returning, new, they all get a chance to shine. Bruh, Shamik Moore, Jake Johnson, and I'm veering, like I'm not gonna have a singular point in this whole video because so much is going on in my head that I want to make sure I mention everything, and I'm gonna forget shit. Sorry, but Jason Schwartzman is known for like all these like snobby, refined, auteur, like just film. I'm a fan of film, like Wes Anderson. He's in like every fucking Wes Anderson movie. But then he'll come every so often with a Scott Pilgrim versus the World, or a damn what's another like nerd oriented movie that he did? I can't remember it off the top of my head, and it's annoying the shit out of me. But like he'll come with something against type, and just kills it. But Oscar Isaac voices Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, who had powers I was unaware of. I played the Shattered Dimensions game, like 10, 12 years ago. That was traditional Peter Parker. That was, I want to say, Black Suit Spider-Man. But then Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Man 2099 was in it. That's what made me fans of them. Nicolas Cage coming with Spider-Man Noir was like, oh shit, he was in that game. Like, he's a dope character. I know this. Spider-Man 2099, who was in the post-credit scene of Into the Spider-Verse. So it was like, as soon as sequel, 2099 is in it, he's going to be a dope fucking character who had powers I was unaware of, but he's kind of Batman-esque in a way that my way is the way. No one will convince me that my way won't fix everything. And everyone needs to get on board with my way, or you're not included. It's just like you see the growth of Peter B. Parker in this. You see it in the trailer. You see and there's such dope, personal, relatable dialogue between him and Miles. Miles, like I said in the Fast X review, Jason Momoa had such a cold-blooded line. Death isn't necessary when suffering is owed. Because that's a dope action villain quote. In the trailers for Across the Spider-Verse, Miles has this line. Everybody keeps trying to tell me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm going to do my own thing. No matter who you are in life. That quote relates to everybody. It's such a personable line because no matter where you're at in life, elementary school, high school, college, starting a career, in your 40s, damn near on your deathbed, there's always somebody trying to tell you what you are supposed to do and how you are supposed to live. No, you discover yourself, carve out your own path for yourself. Do it for you. And Miles' journey in this movie is just so good. And it's like there's so much foreshadowing. Just lines that you assume could be just throwaway dialogue end up coming back around. And it's like, man, and it's like the trailers and kind of what you assume, it all just gets exceeded and it succeeded. This movie definitely succeeds. But everything I expected this movie to be, it elevated. It was better than what I could have imagined. I just want y'all to see this. Cause I'm blown away. I don't no other movie, y'all know I loved Guardians 3. I loved John Wick Chapter 4. I gave two fives last year. The Batman Lightyear. I love them both. Still do. Neither one of them had me feeling like this. I don't know, man. It's been so long since I felt like this. Just this pleased. This just satisfied. Beyond the Spider-Verse is already my most anticipated movie next year based off how good this was. And this is definitely part 2 of a 3-movie story. But also, I would love some of these characters to get their own individual solo stories. And, you could do that because they all say, And for this long, I've been the one and only Spider Person. So, like, within that time that they give us, we can get solo stories. It don't have to be multiversal. So, like, if you haven't noticed, with all that being said, in my opinion, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is dope as fuck. If I had that rating that was like doper than dope as fuck, I might give it this. Like, I got out the theater, conversed, politicked with some people. I've thought about this. This isn't a at the moment I got out the theater, I sat down and hit record. I have been out of the theater for an hour and a half, maybe longer, conversed. I am confident in my rating. This movie improved on the first one in all the best ways. The voice acting, the visuals, the animation. There's so many different types of animation in this fucking movie. The Easter eggs, fan service, if you will. It all services the plot. It's like Super Mario Brothers. It's not, hey, pause what you're doing. Let's halt the movie so you can feel nostalgic for a second. No, everything in this movie pushes the story forward. So, have you seen Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? What you think about it? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. Recently, I've put up reviews for The Little Mermaid, Fast X, upcoming in the next couple weeks. I want to watch Transformers, Rise of the Beast. Is that the subtitle? The week after that, I want to watch The Flash. I want to watch Elemental. And I'm hoping in my predominantly Hispanic town that my theater gets The Blackening. It looks hilarious, and I'm assuming my theater won't get it, but the 16th of June, the plan is to triple bill 3 movies in one day. But it'll probably just be the 2. Most recent episode, Reckley Podcast, we did half a spoiler discussion on Fast X, half a spoiler discussion on The Little Mermaid. Next episode will be a full, complete, sorry Transformers, spoiler discussion on Across the Spider-Verse. That's all I'm saying. So, like, subscribe, comment, find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.